Okay, so this is my draft of the team so far. I'm not sure if this is the one I'm going to go with. I've been messing about with it a bit since it started. I've gone through a couple of different teams, and I think this is my third team. See the other two that I made on my Twitter, but yeah, I think this is the team that I think I'm going to go with. I might make some changes, but I think for now this is the one that I'm pretty set on. I think the strikers I'm definitely set on. The midfield I'm unsure on. The defence I may change. I'm not sure. I may upgrade Soiree to either Tompkins or Delaney, but I'm not sure which one of them two is going to start. So I think for now I'm just going to stick with Soiree because he's a guaranteed starter. So yeah, I'll run through why I've chose this team now. Foster in net is a player that I've gone with. At first I had Butland because you can rotate him with however you pronounce that guy's name. I think this goalkeeper is a good option as well because Hull's main goalkeeper McGregor's been injured, so this is like £4 million goalie that's probably going to be starting. So yeah, I think he's a good second choice. And I was going to rotate him and Butland, but then I thought I can just save some money and get Foster, who can play pretty much all the games. I mean, 4.5 Foster's a good deal because I mean his first 5 games are Crystal Palace away, Everton at home, Middlesbrough at home, Bournemouth away, and then West Brom at home. So you can pretty much play the first 5 games. And I think after the first 5 games, I'll probably activate my wild card and bring in the team of players who are doing well. And I think Middlesbrough's a team that I like their fixtures as well. So I have gone with those two players because of that reason. I've got rotations between Middlesbrough and Crystal Palace is a rotation that I'm liking. I've gone for that in my midfield strike trio rotation between Townsend. I don't even know how you pronounce that guy's name, and Defoe, and I've gone for it in defence with Soiree and Friend. So the rotation in defence is basically for the first week. I think I'm going to go for either Walker, Shaw, or Friend. I might bring in Soiree. Then for the second week, it'll be the same. And for the third week, when Walker plays, who is it? Walker plays in the second week. He gets a tough game, I think. The third week, yeah, he's got a tough game against Liverpool, so I'll swap him out for Soiree, who gets an easy game against Bournemouth, and then I'll go back to Shaw, Walker, Friend for the next game because those three have all got good fixtures, and then for the last game, I'll bring game week 5. I'll bring Soiree back in for Friend. I might play Soiree in the first game or not. I'm not sure yet. And then in the midfield, Fabregas I brought in just because he costs 7.5, and when you look at all the other midfielders that cost 7.5, he's a good bargain. I think a lot of people are going for Hazard in midfield, but I think he's a bit expensive for me to want to take a risk on. So I think Fabregas is a much more, you know, better player to go with for me, I think. And then Martial, I've gone for. He was one of the players that I definitely wanted, mainly because of Man United's got great opening fixtures with Bournemouth away, Southampton at home, Hull away, Man City at home, and Watford away. So, for a player that's a striker, who probably won't play most of those games, he will play out wide, but he does cut in and he did score a lot of goals last season out wide, but also with Ibrahimovic being quite old, Rooney being old, maybe need him rested. I think he will get a couple of games up front as well. Definitely throughout the season, he'll get a lot of games up front this year. And then, yeah, if there was good fixtures, I just felt like I had to go for him. Then these three in Defoe is going to be like a rotation up front. So for the first week, I'm going to go for this guy in Townsend because Defoe's got a tricky away game at City. But apart from the first game, the next 4 games after this, Sunderland have got great games, so Defoe will play all of them, and then I'll just rotate them too. If we look at Defoe's games from now on out, it is Southampton away, Everton at home, Spurs at home. I think I might rotate him out for that game actually, and then Spurs away even that is, and then Crystal Palace at home. So yeah, it's got good fixtures. He's a proven goal scorer, so yeah, it just made sense to go for him. And then obviously these two have a nice rotation. If you just look when like for the opening game of the season, Both got bad games, I think. Go back to the opening game, you can see both got good games for the first game of the season, so I'll play them both, and then after that, I think it's like Middlesbrough have got a good game, Palace have got a tough game, and then Palace have got a good game, Middlesbrough have also got a good game, but that's kind of a tough game, I guess, so I'd rather play Defoe in that one. And then Middlesbrough, they play each other, so Middlesbrough have got a good game. Again, probably rather play Middlesbrough and then Defoe in that game. In this game, Palace have got a pretty decent game there. Sunderland get a tough game. Middlesbrough get an alright game. Again, I'm not sure whether I'd go for Defoe or someone. I may make a transfer in this game week. I may have already activated my wild card by now. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's definitely a good rotation trio between midfield and attack. I've then also gone with Everton because Everton, again, bar the first game week, if you look at, it's got a tough game, but then it's just, all good from here on out with West Brom, which isn't the easiest game, but not too tough. Then, Stoke at home, uh, Sunderland away, Middlesbrough at home. It's just four good fixtures after that. And Lukaku, even though he didn't have the best season last year, he still scored well in FPL, so it just seems like a safe option to go with. The bench, this is a player who's probably not going to play for me at all. However, I think Bruce is injured and their normal right back's injured, so I think as a £4 million player, he's got a pretty good chance of starting a few games at the start of the season. So, I've gone for him, and also I needed to budget him to fit other things in. So yeah, I mean, Man City again, Aguero here, captain for most of the season. City's got amazing fixtures, so I just feel like you can't not have Aguero from the start. Probably have him captain for with probably 4 out of the 5 matches to start the season with Sunderland home, Stoke away, West Ham at home, Man United away, Bournemouth at home. Good fixtures. He'll probably be captaining them all apart from the United one. I think one thing change that I am tempted to make, if I just go to transfers, is to get rid of Suarez and get rid of Lukaku. Maybe instead of rotating these two, I'd probably keep Townsend, and then instead of having a rotation there, I'd just bring in a cheap 4.5 midfielder. It'd probably be a guy called from Watford, Watson. I think he's probably the guy that I'd bring in. Probably the next best 4 million defender is probably, I don't even know how you pronounce that name. Is it Pardes? I don't even know. But I think he usually comes on for some minutes at the end. I think he can play on the wing as well. So he's probably a good option there. He's a good option there. Guaranteed starter, keep a lot of clean sheets. And then that would then allow me to, because Kevin Friend only really needs to miss one game. So I could just transfer him out for that one last game. And then obviously, because of Man United's good fixtures, it would allow me to then bring in, where is he? Ibrahimovic. I'd play. So I think I'm probably going to go with my first team, but I am liking this one as well. But this team adds for little to no rotation. I'd have to play Townsend in tough games, Defoe in tough games. Wouldn't be able to rotate my defence as much, and I'm not sure if Ibrahimovic is going to be worth that. But if it turns out that he is going to be worth it, then these will probably be the transfers that I'll look to make. So yeah, that's my initial team. If I change it, I'll probably make another video about it. But for now, this is the team that I'm going to make.